This poison arrow frog is about to embark on an extraordinary journey. But before we delve into the story, let's take a closer look at our protagonist. This is a tiny, vibrantly colored poison arrow frog. These frogs are known for their bright hues and, unfortunately, their toxic skin. But our little friend has something even more special, a single tadpole clinging to its back. As the camera follows this diligent parent, we realize this frog isn't just any ordinary amphibian. It's on a mission to fulfill its duty as a parent. The frog moves slowly across a lush, dewy green leaf. We can feel the energy of the rainforest all around us. Gentle forest bird calls fill the air. Suddenly, the frog decides it's time to climb. It begins to scale the stalk of a large bromeliad plant, the tadpole secure on its back. The ascent is steady and sure-footed. The rustling of leaves provides the only sound as the frog makes its way upward. Finally, after a determined climb, the frog reaches a small pool of water collected in the bromeliad's leaves. It's a perfect miniature ecosystem. With a gentle tilt of its head, the frog lowers its back into the water, allowing the tadpole to wiggle off into its new home. A few raindrops join the celebration, creating a soft splash. The frog then settles on the edge of the bromeliad leaf, taking a moment to admire its handiwork. We can see the tadpole swimming freely in its own individual nursery. The peace of this moment is only broken by the ambient sounds of the rainforest. But our story doesn't end here. Time seems to pass. In a blink, the frog decides to check on its offspring. It hops back to the small water pool and patiently observes the tadpole swimming inside. There's a sense of attentiveness and curiosity in its eyes. Light, curious background music sets the tone. Then something incredible happens. The tadpole swims directly to the frog and gently nudges and nibbles at the frog's leg. It's a subtle yet significant gesture. The tadpole is letting the frog know that it's hungry. The frog understands this call. It's time to nourish its child. After this brief interaction, the male frog turns and hops away from the nursery pool. He disappears into the dense foliage of the rainforest floor. As he journeys through the undergrowth, we hear the sounds of moving leaves, each step taking him closer to his destination. Our frog hero then perches on a branch. It puffs up its vocal sac and emits a series of distinct, resonating calls. These are mating calls used to attract potential partners. The calls echo through the ancient trees, carrying the message to every corner of the forest. And who's the lucky lady? This is a poison arrow frog. She's a consistent female with slightly different markings, but she's the same species and shares the same vibrant color palette. Drawn by the enchanting melody, she approaches her suitor. The rustling of leaves accompanies her every move as she ventures closer. When she arrives, the male turns and begins to lead the way. Together, this dynamic duo navigates the complex and sometimes treacherous environment of the forest. The male protagonist leads the way, with the female following closely behind. Their movements are in sync, demonstrating their connection. Their journey takes them back to the familiar bromeliad. The male protagonist looks on as the female approaches the edge of the water pool where the tadpole resides. The water's surface ripples, mirroring the anticipation in the air. With a graceful leap, the female frog enters the water pool. The tadpole, sensing the presence of a potential food source, immediately swims towards her. The water temperature rises, making the tadpole more active. Suddenly, the tadpole collides with the female frog. Startled, it darts away. The female frog, however, remains patient. She knows how to handle this situation. She gently nudges the tadpole, guiding it back to her. The water around them becomes slightly turbulent. After this brief interaction, the female frog exits the water. The male frog, who had been watching this exchange, now takes his turn to enter the pool. In a remarkable display of aquatic agility, the female frog deposits a single, small, unfertilized egg into the water. The egg drifts slowly downwards, held captive by the water's gentle currents. It's a moment filled with anticipation and wonder. The tadpole, driven by instinct, quickly swims to the egg and begins to consume it eagerly. The frog watches intently, ensuring the well-being of its child. The focus shifts to the tadpole as it feeds on the nutrient-rich egg. The scene transitions, revealing the female frog exiting the water. The male frog, upon seeing her, approaches and they share a tender moment on the leaf. They touch or embrace, expressing a bond that transcends the boundaries of species. Finally, we return to the tadpole. It's content and nourished, swimming peacefully in its treetop nursery. The lush rainforest is blurred in the background, symbolizing the tranquility of this unique environment. The gentle, resolving background music underscores the beauty of this moment.